Welcome to issue 5 of the Bansko Buzz newsletter audio version, the local newsletter for Bansko town in Bulgaria. Bansko's best, 12 experiences for locals and visitors, 12 must-do things in Bansko. There's an image here of the Glasny River, looking down to the bottom end of Bansko, blue skies and some really nice white cloud there. Beautiful spring summer day in this photo. Let's get on to the newsletter. So fellow resident of Bansko, Maria Stoyanova, has written a post about Bansko on the Lonely Planet blog. Whether you've lived in Bansko since before COVID, you visit the town often, or you know it as your second home, then it's well worth the read. She highlights some places to eat, key historical places to visit, and other helpful tips. Doesn't matter what season you come to Bansko, whether it's spring, summer, autumn, or winter. Have a look, tap on that link and have a read of the write-up on the Lonely Planet blog. Inside the Facebook group, the Bansko Notice for Facebook group, this week there were 66 new posts, 404 comments and 1,043 reactions. Cover photo competition, we've put up a post to attract aspiring photographers or people that take a really good photo if they want to win the competition for the cover photo for the group for the month of September. So if you want to, then click or tap on that link. What's the weather like in Bansko? Pradi wanted to know what the weather is like in Bansko because she's interested in moving here. Lots of different people had information, advice on what it's like in different months of the year. So if you're interested in that, click or tap on this link. The final call for Vihren Ultra, which is the marathon run kind of thing in town that goes up into the mountains. There's lots of different abilities and lengths, etc. I think there's 4 different categories this year. So if you're interested in taking part, that's going to take place in September. They've announced that the final date is coming up for you to sign up if you want to sign up for that. Close to the time, I'll post some information on the Bansko Notice Board group blog, and I'll include it in the newsletter, not the blog, the group. Finding bright coloured bowls near Vihren Hut. Tony posted that he'd come across some bright coloured bowls near the hut while he was out walking, and he wondered what they actually could be. A few people had different opinions, and I think people actually came to a consensus, which is good. Wanting a more comfortable night's sleep. Well, if your mattress starts prodding you in the back and it's a sign to get a new one, then I didn't actually put who had posted this, which is not good because there was a person behind posting it, wasn't me. So apologies for that, but someone did post that they were looking to get a mattress topper, just to extend the life of the current mattress, make it a bit more comfortable at night. And some people had suggestions on where you can buy it in town and then larger retailers outside of town. Local and municipality news this week. The gondola is going to be running for 2 more weeks. So the gondola in Bansko will run continuously from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every single day for the next 2 weeks. So from Monday the 9th of September, it will switch back to once up in the morning at 8 a.m. and then once down in the afternoon around 4:30. So if you want to go up in the gondola or down in the gondola, then just keep that in mind. Bansko Mayor wants feedback on changes. The Mayor of Bansko, Stoicho Banenski, wants feedback on proposed changes to the non-food part of the Sunday market, so where they're selling all the clothes, the rugs, the knickknacks. They're thinking about relocating it from the top end of the park, so on Tsar Simeon, at the top end of the park, to the road that's on the bottom end of the park, so literally from the top end of the park to the bottom, where that new road was constructed last year, or was it earlier this year? I can't actually remember. If you have residency in Bansko or you are a Bulgarian citizen, then feel free to complete the form. You will need translation though if you don't read or write in Cyrillic. Razlog welcomed the Big Band Blegograd. On Saturday, Razlog welcomed the Big Band Blegograd for a night of unforgettable music. They had jazz, rock, pop, blues music playing out from a variety of different bands and orchestras. Unfortunately, with some events, especially through summer, this was published after the Buzz last week was already scheduled to go out, so I couldn't include it in the events, unfortunately. I do try to get ahead on the events, but unfortunately sometimes they notify late, so it is what it is. A US Marine donated to the Bansko Mountain Rescue Service. So US Marine Captain James Barlow donated 12,000 Bulgarian leva to the local mountain rescue service in Bansko following his near-death experience and subsequent rescue in November 2023. 20 local mountain rescue volunteers went up to help James after he fell 220 meters on Mount Vihren, hitting his head and losing consciousness. If you want to read the full write-up here, then feel free. You will need a translation plugin or browser if you don't read Cyrillic though. Only Banskalians can do this. Over the weekend, traditional music and dancing were performed on the Bansko Town Square stage. Some performances were by local Banskalians who remarked that only local people can play as they played. There's a video there as well that I've linked to. So if you want to see what that actually means, then feel free to go and tap or click on that link and watch the video. Helping non-profits in Bansko. There's 3 local charities that do great work in Bansko and the surrounding areas, and the Bansko Buzz likes to support them. There are 3 of them. The Sunflower, who continuously support the 4 safety homes in Bansko, the dementia home in Mesta, and then this centre for people with special needs. They're currently focusing on supporting the 20 to 25 elderly, vulnerable adults living on their own and in need of upgrades, food and warmth. The local mountain rescue service, they're always on hand to help if you have any difficulties in the mountain. They're mostly made up of volunteers and they'll respond 24/7. They'll literally go up at whatever time, whatever conditions, and they'll go up there to rescue anybody in the mountain. Bansko Street Dogs helps the street dogs in Bansko and surrounding towns through emergency care, neutering, flea and tick treatment, and setting up kennels and feeding stations to keep all the streeties warm, dry, and well nourished. So if you've got any spare pounds, dollars, or leva or euros, then feel free to click or tap on any of these links and send them a little something. Events coming up next week. The Jolef art exhibition continues. So these 2 people who I can't pronounce their names, I'm not going to try, have got a painting exhibition currently. It's taking place, or it's continuing to take place tomorrow, Monday, between 9 till 6, and then Tuesday 9 till 6 as well at the Tourist Information Centre in Bansko. If you're unsure where the Tourist Information Centre is, it's where the big tree just up from the town square near Trinity Church. So it's just around there. The Offper Festival is coming up on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. On all nights, it starts at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. in the main square. So if you're a lover of opera music or you just want to enjoy another event that's put on by the local municipality for one of their weekends of music, then go and check out the festival. I've linked to more information that you can go and have a look at. The Clean the Mountain Project. If you did miss the Clean the Mountain Project by Prinsko, aka Carlsberg, Bulgaria, who own the Prinsko brand, then don't worry. They're having another day back in Bansko, this time on Saturday the 31st. That's going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Eco Park, or Rolban. You can click through, tap on this link. You will need a translation plugin or browser to read it though, because it is in Cyrillic. The Way of the Heart painting exhibition. Shaska is coming to show off her energy paintings exhibition, The Way of the Heart in Bansko. That's going to start on Saturday the 31st from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m, Sunday the 1st from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. It will then continue on Monday the 2nd and Tuesday the 3rd from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m, and that's at the Tourist Information Centre in Bansko. A charity wine tasting event on Saturday the 1st of September at 8 p.m. Vino is having a wine tasting event with local sausages, cheeses and obviously wine, and they're raising some funds to go help replace the firefighting equipment at this monastery. Interesting. If you want information, do you want to book in, message them, then click or tap on this link. Pottery and wood carving demonstrations from Bansko locals. So outside the Tourist Information Centre in Bansko, which is near Trinity Church and near the big tree down there. That's between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. There's going to be demonstrations by local trade and handicrafts. On Friday the 30th, there's going to be a pottery demonstration, and on Saturday it will be wood carving. Interesting. On the Saturday, they also have live folk music between 6 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. It's only between that time, and it's only on the Saturday. So if you go on the Friday, you're not going to have the music. And then just to let you know that this is the final week of trade and handicraft exhibitions that are being put on. We're getting towards the end of the month, so things are kind of finishing up for the summer program. They'll continue a little bit more, but massively on this kind of stuff, everything's kind of winding up. If you know of an event, then click or tap on this link and let us know. Weather forecast coming up. It's still a little bit thundery, let's say. Kind of autumnal. It's still warm, obviously you can see, but it is, it's windy and stuff, so it is feeling a little like it's getting autumnal, which is a little bit early, right? But I suppose it is what it is in Bansko. Sometimes it happens. And it is raining quite a bit, that I've said here. It's lashing it down and windy, hence why it feels autumnal. Hopefully, for September it can improve a little, because I know a lot of people like in September to go hiking. So usually it can be fairly warm. You're in the shade. It's a little bit nippy, but it's okay. So if you want a close to accurate forecast, then download the Meteo Blue weather app. Good forecasts, reliable. You can get it to track where you are, or you're going somewhere, and you can obviously bring that up even if it's in the mountains, etc. It brings in data from lots of different places. Sharing is caring. If you have a friend who should be reading the Bansko Buzz, then send them to this subscribe page that I've linked to, or you can just tell them to go to Google and then type in the Bansko Buzz, or you can just tell them to go to the website, which is www.banskobuzz.com. Get them to sign up for the weekly local newsletter for Bansko in Bulgaria.